Welcome to More Business, More Life Daily. Today, we're going to talk about how do we truly find out what our clients want. And we've been talking about sales all this week. We're going to kind of end with this for the week. So welcome to the last episode on this week's segment on sales. And from, hopefully it's been helpful to really truly find out who the clients are that you should be working with. Stop pitching, start asking questions. What are the questions to ask? How do we connect with our audience and ask those questions? And I want to talk about that today to kind of like press it home is how do we truly find out what our clients want? And a lot of times the reason this doesn't happen is because we don't allow ourselves to ask more questions. We might say, what do you want? And they say, oh, I want this. And then we don't ask about that. Like, well, what makes you want that specifically? When you have that, what will having that do for you? Can you tell me more about this? And it all depends on the depth. And, even when it comes to apparel, I've had clients use these tactics. It doesn't matter how small or big it is. But what does matter in that case, when it is a bigger purchase, then obviously I'm going to ask even more questions. But I don't want you to not ask these questions, even on the smaller things, because that gives you the depth. And it also helps you in your marketing, because then you can know how to market yourself. What can you do differently? What can you say differently on your website? All comes from our clients' mouths. You see, the thing about it is that we all speak in different ways. Even if we're speaking the same language, we use different words. Words matter. And if you use the words of your customer, and especially if you focus, like I've been teaching you, on your wow client, if you find your wow client's words and you put that on your website, you say those words as you interact with those customers, then guess what? They're going to connect with you in a deeper way. They're going to feel like, it's like kind. They're going to be attracted to be around you because they feel at home. And if you use your words, it doesn't work as well. Now, your words may be close to theirs, but you have to watch that. Like one time I was with a client and I said the word discipline and they went back in their seat. Probably if I used it much more, they would want to leave. Now, it probably had something to do with some childhood trauma or something that happened. But as soon as I used the word structure, at which they were more inclined to use, and because ultimately that's what they needed was structure, and I was using the word discipline. If we had discipline to do these things, if we have structure to do these things, now you might think that that's not that much of a difference, or maybe you do. Maybe you're in agreement that structure sounds better than discipline. Notice that inside of you right now, and notice how words affect us. If you say a certain word because that's the way you like to talk, but you notice that your clients are saying different words, then you should start to use their words if you want to attract more of those clients. Now, don't worry about the words of the clients that you don't want, because that'll just go away. It'll go away if you put the words that you want on your website. And so that's why, I ask a lot of questions. We've been talking about questions a lot this week. If you ask the questions and get the information from them, then you're going to be able to apply that to your website, to what your staff says when they talk to the client, how you talk to your client, the speeches you give, the videos you make, all of those things are going to be better suited for your wow clients if you use their language. And this is how we one, connect with them in a deeper way. Two, we listen to them more, so you're going to find out more what they want. And that's kind of what we've based this video on, is how do you truly find out what the client wants? You ask these questions, and the deeper ones that I brought up yesterday, and the specific one to repeat, what will having that do for you? I kid you not, I had two women that were both making over $1 million. Their company was doing over 40 million, came into my office, and one of them said, hey, I said, well, while you're here, we were kind of talking about that. And they said, well, we want to be able to make 2 million a year. And then I said, well, what will having that do for you? I didn't ask any other questions in this case. So this doesn't always work this quickly, but she looked down, she took a moment, and then she looked up and she said, you're right, Steve. I don't need 2 million. I actually want more life. And I guess I was just thinking that the 2 million would allow me to have that, but I'm not sure that's the case, because I thought $1 million would do that. And in the end of the conversation, we asked a lot more questions, and it came down to, well, what if we systemize your business so that you can have more time off and start living and keep the money that you're making? And if we make more, then that's a bonus, but it's not what our goal is. And that was absolutely what she wanted. Now, if I would have taken the surface level question and said, let's make 2 million, then I could have said, okay, let's do all the marketing and sales to drive business and get to 2 million. But we wouldn't have actually solved the deeper thing that she really wanted. And I find that by asking, what will having that do for you? It's a magic question. Try it out and get deeper. Don't settle for the surface. Go deeper in your questions so that you can find out truly. So do you know why? This is the question you can ask yourself. Do you know why your customers or clients want what they're asking for? If you don't, then you do not have enough information. When you get to the deeper parts, then you can truly understand your wow clients, and then you can help them, and you will end up making more sales, and they will see and recognize why your product or service is the right fit for them, if it's true. Only if it's true. So I hope that this is helpful. We're going to keep doing these episodes daily. So please let me know how else I can help you. You can ask any question, even if it's off this topic. Let me know how useful this was. And if you really like this, please subscribe, hit the bell, and we'll keep these videos coming. All right, until next time, remember to choose gratitude and create freedom.